Hello my crispy friends, it's been a little while since we've done a video, so yeah, time for another one. So in this video we've got a Z900RS, really nice looking bike actually. What year is this again, Ben? New one, isn't it? 22? Yeah. So yeah, it's all standard. Standard system on it. Basically couldn't really be any more standard. So yeah, so what we're going to do is the customers asked us to fit this really expensive cool YOSHI exhaust to it. Performance air filter. Oh, I'll just break it off. Performance air filter. Yeah, and tune it on the dyno. Flash it with bullets. So yeah, so we thought we'd show you know, like through the process before and after, and brake horsepower before and after we've tuned it. So what we'll do is yeah, we'll throw it on the dyno and do a base run, and we'll show you what it is, and then Ben will get busy with putting all the performance parts on it, and then we'll show you the process as we go. You got to have your greens. Are they greens or is it salad, isn't it?
Yes, it's lettuce.
Right, we're on the dyno. Well, we're strapped on the dyno at least, but I need to do a few little bits yet. I need to prep it all. I need to put my tack pickup on it and strap it down so it doesn't go flying through the wall and stuff like that. And then we'll do a base run and we'll see what she's putting out before we do anything else. Right, we're all strapped on, ready to go. We've got our tack signal hooked up, so everything's working. So we'll do a few baseline pulls in fifth gear just to see what's going on, and I'll show you what's going on, and then we'll go from there. 98, don't think we're going to get much more than that. $98, 98, brake horsepower, so that's about it. There's the fuel ratio, a bit rich there. That's just where I rolled it on, to be honest with you. So we're looking pretty rich all the way through the rev range. So I'm not really surprised by the power actually, but the idea is, hopefully, to try and get some more out of it. So what we'll do, is we'll wait for the bike to cool off a little bit, and we'll get Ben on it. I've had a little look through the ECU on the yeah, the base mapping of the ECU, and it looks like there are some restrictions in there, nothing massive. So I reckon whoa, I'm not sure this is working out. Oh, there's a big tanker lorry type thing coming. You could go on, mate. Yeah, so I think if we get rid of a few of those restrictions, and we tune it to suit the exhaust, cheers mate, and the air filter, we should be looking to pick up some power, hopefully. If not, this will be a pretty pointless video. But it's the joys of it, isn't it? So we'll see. Don't fall over. I need to rethink this camera situation, don't I? But anyway, we're here now. Let's go and see, shall we? Come with me. Come with me. I definitely need to have a rethink. This has gone horribly wrong. I'm trying to do all this in real time, you see, because it makes it more realistic, doesn't it? Well, it is real. I am real. I am a real human. Honestly. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, exhaust is off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got
Alright, get back to you in a minute when it's not so busy. So there's the bike, exhaust is obviously off. Ready for all the goodies to be fitted now. There's the ECU, which we were chatting about before, saying Mr. or Mrs. or Miss Ben, what's the other day? Yeah, Kawasaki.
Got to include everyone.
You need to be inclusive. Didn't really want anyone messing with it, so it is enclosed in a modern day chastity. Chastity belt. It is chastity, isn't it?
Chast titties, yeah.
Chastity. Chast belt. In there. So we've got to get it out. We've got to figure out how, but I'm sure we'll be able to. I've done it before. Yeah. So, and here's the exhaust. Pretty cool, really. YOSHI flow system. Bit different. Was it Ben? Old school, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's good that.
Old fashioned, isn't it?
Real Mad Max looking with a DNA air filter. So we'll whack all that on and then we'll get up the dyno and tune it and see what's going on. But yeah, just in general, I think these bikes do look really, really cool. It's on, we're on. The exhaust is on. But it's got the world's like most ridiculously weird big baffle. Yeah. It's not going to sound great with that in it, is it?
That's your hair extensions for when you go fully grey.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, well. You saying I'm grey?
Nearly.
It's not nice. Let's have a listen to it.
I'll put it back in.
So this is all... What are we going to do? Before and out? Should we listen to it with it in or out and then in?
Out and then in, because of where
okay.
hot if I put it in.
Okay. Well, I'll let you do the honours then. Do it. It's going to throw a code as well, isn't it? Because I've got the O2 sensor in.
It is. Hopefully it starts.
Wouldn't be professional if we didn't. Flat battery? No. Oh, holy shit!
Fucking hell.
That's loud.
That's like it hasn't got an exhaust on it. I'll do it again.
That's loud.
Not be pussies about it.
Okay. Jesus Christ, that's actually offensive, isn't it? Yeah.
Should we put that back in?
I think this one might have to have the baffle back in. I might have to consult with the customer because that's loud.
Your sniffer will go through that, anyway.
That is loud. Yeah, the sniffer will go up there. Yeah. All right. Well, let's
Sniffer will go right through the hole.
let's do it. Let's stick it in. Let's do it now.
Wait.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's nice to have a loud pipe. Loud pipe save lives and all that stuff. But you know, I mean, that would be too much, wouldn't it? Really, after a while, you'd have to have earplugs. Aside from that, me trying to tune that on the dyno is that's, you know, surely there's a health and safety regulation which says you know, I'm not allowed to, my ears are not allowed to bleed whilst I'm doing a dyno run. Not sure they put it in those terms actually, but there must be something to do with it.
I think that's the exact term.
That is, it could be the exact terminology they use. Yeah. All right, so I might have to be baffling, but I will ask the customer. But I mean, I don't think I'd run it like that. Okay.
Explains why it's such a big baffle, to be honest.
Yeah. Go on, Ben. Alright. I'll go on the other side, you know.
That's the bit before. The inlet makes absolutely no difference.
Yeah. That's better. It's still loud though. Give it a flick. Ben was hanging from a pull-up bar.
I was.
You jumped down really quick like a bat. No, bats don't. They hang upside down.
They hang, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's still take that out.
All right, are we taking that out?
Yeah.
All right, let's just start from now and I'll edit it.
No, that's
3, 2. Right, Ben's finished with the pull-up bar now. And now he's pushing the bikes away. So anyway, right. This is where we are with it now. We're pretty much nearly ready to get on the dyno, but it's time. And we're obviously doing other things as well. So it won't be today, obviously. It probably won't be tomorrow. It'll be the following day. But for you, it'll be very soon because this is the joy of editing and the world of modern technology. So that's the air filter. That's got to go in. And the other thing we need to do before we can do much else, aside from pulling the ECU, which is going to be, that's just, how we're going to get that out. I'm not sure yet, but we'll figure it out. We need to blank off the pair valve. So if you know about this kind of stuff, then you know what the pair valve is. But if you don't, I'll really quickly show you, because we've got to do this on every single bike that we tune. So unless you can delete it within inside of the flash. So this little tube here is connected to the underside of the airbox. It actually goes, move this velocity stack. You can see a tiny little hole, maybe just there, just there. Look, can't get my finger. But that little hole leads to this pipe. So what's happening is, when you're decelerating and you've rolled off a throttle, the air inside the airbox is being drawn through this tube and down through a little valve, which sort of sits down in and around here. It's sort of just underneath here. And then that goes through the rocker cover and eventually makes its way into the headers. And the purpose is to burn off unburnt fuel in the exhaust for emissions and stuff. That's where you get the pops and the burbles and the rest of it. But obviously, if you leave it and you're tuning the bike, then it dilutes the air fuel ratio inside the exhaust and gives you false readings. So the idea is we've got to blank that off for dyno use, and this one's going to stay permanently blanked off as well, because it's going to eliminate, not fully stop, but eliminate a lot of the pops and the bangs through the exhaust, which the customer doesn't want. So that should prevent a lot of it. And that's going to be about it. So the next thing you see, this little bad boy, will probably be when it's on the dyno. Morning. Well, obviously I'm not on the dyno, but I was on the dyno, and I'll show you that in just a second. But so it's Monday morning, and I haven't had a chance to edit the video yet, so I'll do this after. So you'll see the dyno video after you see this. But it's just a quick one whilst I'm driving to say it was a bit tricky actually. It wasn't an easy one. So I had the bike strapped on the dyno Friday night. Or Friday evening, just doing all the last little parts of the prep, getting everything ready, and then I couldn't seem to get any live data off the bike, which was a bit of a nightmare. So I'm there for a while, trying to figure it out, checking all my connections and my logbox and all my software. Woolwich Racing don't offer any support outside of business hours, so I couldn't really get any help there. And Rich from RB Engineering so kindly messaged me, so thanks Rich if you're watching this. and gave me the answer that I needed. Basically, the answer was that for some bizarre reason, Kawasaki, in their wisdom, with the European Z900RS, decided to use a different system, a different way of communicating from K-line, which is Kawasaki's on the Z900, usually the way that they that's the system that they use, and they've gone to CAN bus, which basically means I couldn't run any live data off the bike, which also means I couldn't do things like monitor anything from the ECU. So I didn't know what throttle position I was looking at, other than, you know, physically with my right hand. I didn't know what the inlet air pressure was, what the inlet air temperature was, what the engine temperature was, what the inlet air pressure was, all those kind of things that you normally monitor through live data. I didn't have any of that, and obviously I don't know where I am in the fuel maps or any of that kind of stuff, so it was hard to map it. I say hard, it was just very long-winded, very old school way of doing it, so I had to revert back to some old sort of you know, the old toolbox of skills to do it, and it actually turned out really well, but it was just very time consuming. So basically it's all done now with some good results. But if you've got a Z900RS with a full YOSHI system and a DNA air filter, then by all means get in touch and I'll sort yours. But if you haven't, if you pay me double, I might I might do it for you. But anyway, yeah, video's coming up now, check it out. Right, so this is our final run. All the other throttle positions on this have been mapped. We've got some good results, so I'm just going to do a few little polls just to check we've still got good power and the air fuel ratio is still good. This one's been a bit tricky because I haven't been able to run live data on this bike, which I'll explain in another video. So it's been a bit awkward. Just been had to be a bit sort of old school with it to do it. But yeah, we've got some good results. So I'll do the last few polls and I'll show you what we managed to achieve with it. Right, so we're finally there with this one. Here's the dyno results. We went from 110, no that's after, 98.26 before to 110.16 after. So some good gains there. Red line is before, blue line is after. Extended the rev limit a little bit as well. I made a good little jump with the torque from about, what's that, I don't know, 3,000 to just over 4,000. I think that's the nature of the YOSHI actually. We've had some really good feedback from the customer actually. He's really impressed with it, which is great. So for me, you know, job satisfaction and all that, it's always a feel-good factor when you do something like that and the customer's really happy. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. So that's great. There were some things that we found about the Z900RS, that particular model, 2022. I've been in touch with Woolwich and it appears we are the first, I guess you could say in the world to figure this out, with some help from Rich from RB Engineering, I must add. We were finding that the fueling at the top end was rolling off in the sort of the first 4 to 5 gears, and it was to do with fuel trim, and it was cutting the fuel. So in the next release, that's going to be covered. So we'll do that. We'll do that with this one, and any future bikes that we get in, we'll do that as well. So that's another added extra that we didn't expect, which is really, really good. So all in all, a great little project. Hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, hope to see you again on another one. Cheers.